The historic railroad era, a time in history when trains were the standard means of shipping and travel. Those days are long gone, but remnants still exist that may remind us of that romantic era. Thanks to some creative and visionary community thinkers, we can still ride where those trains used to run.
Certainly for the El Rey Sparta Trail, the main attraction are the tunnels, like you see here behind me. This is Tunnel 1 between Kendall and Wilton. People come back year after year in order to walk their bikes through the tunnel.
In the 60s, the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources enacted a Rails to Trails recreation initiative, creating one of the longest and most impressive bike trail systems on the continent. It became a model for the nation, demonstrating the reclamation of an abandoned resource and converting it for a unique public recreational use.
All segments of trail that are in this area are old Chicago Northwestern Railway line that's been abandoned and converted to bike trail over the years. The El Rey Sparta that you're on today now was the first in Wisconsin, one of the first in the nation, considered the granddaddy of the Rails Trails movement. Was abandoned in 1965, opened to the public in 1967. The last freight train ran on this trail in 1964. The last passenger trains ran on it in 1953. When the state was notified that this rail grade was going to be abandoned, they conducted a survey around the state of Wisconsin and said, if we did such a crazy thing as this, as buy a 33-mile long right-of-way 100 feet wide, would you come and hike on it? And everybody thought it was a great idea.
And from that original 33 miles of trail, Wisconsin has expanded its Rails to Trails resource to over 1,700 miles of trails. But this is not just a hike and bike trail. It's a recreational resource with a unique history.
This Chicago Northwestern Railway came through here in the late 1860s. These three tunnels that you see on the El Rey Sparta were dug between 1870 and 1873. The two shorter tunnels, 1 and 2, are about a quarter mile in length, and it took about a year and a half to build those. Tunnel 3, which is the one between Norwalk and Sparta, is the longest. It's about 7/10 of a mile. Took 3 years to construct. The tunnels are high points, the towns are low points, so there's grade up to and down from the tunnels. That grade that you would be riding on your bicycle was the grade that steam locomotives could climb in the 1870s with pusher engines.
Why do you gotta walk your bikes through the tunnels?
For safety. Oh, I grew up with the trail, so I guess the tunnels are maybe my favorite, but getting to and from them are awesome too. There's so many beautiful things along the trail to stop and look at that every time you go you see something new. I want to show you one more thing. 1873.
It's interesting to have the Keystone date like that. Wow, this is a well-developed stone
What is
channel.
this?
This must be that flume they were talking about that diverts the water from
this
above
is
the
cool.
tunnel.
I like
Wow,
this.
that is really well developed.
I was reading in the museum that they built this with the planks the first time, and then the planks rotted from the water. And so then they rebuilt it with this stone, and now this many years later, it's still here.
Yeah, wow.
That is amazing.
Yeah, 140 years old.
Yep.
I needed to check this out.
Wow, that's like 8-9 feet deep. Wow, the size of the stone is huge, like from here to there.
And I've been riding this trail for 30 years, and even after 30 years of riding it, today I find something I have never seen on it.
Time for a light.
These tunnels are alive, dripping and flowing, revealing their unique beauty, character, and history.
You can still see the soot on the ceiling in here.
Yeah, look at the difference in the brick. The little brick versus the big brick.
Stone.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Oh, look at this. I wonder what that is.
That is one of the places where you could jump in if you were walking through the tunnel and a train came. You could jump in there and be out of the way of the train.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
We have approximately 60,000 people a year use the trail. The people like this trail because it's very firmly packed, crushed limestone. You can use almost any type of bike on it.
You don't even have to own a bike to come here. There's plenty of places to rent bikes, good bikes, nice quality bikes. You can be shuttled so you don't, if you want to ride 5 miles, 10 miles, 30 miles, the shuttle will take you wherever.
We've been coming up here for 10 years, and I think we just come back because it's relaxing, it's quiet. We always see something different every time we come. The ride is beautiful. My children love the tunnels. They think that's the best part. The sun coming through the trees, and just being outside in nature is great.
Oh yes, it is. The Elroy Sparta Bike Trail is a recreational gem that winds like a ribbon through the beautiful small town hilly countryside of central Wisconsin. A riding or hiking experience on this trail or any other trail out your back door is a great way to enjoy and appreciate the beauty and peacefulness of Mother Nature.